Because here, that's the one thing. With this controller,
you have to have it back to 0.
Yeah, because if it's still on any axis, it's thinking it may.
Well, that's good. Glad we learned that.
Yeah.
You said over here for hours.
We don't care. We don't care about that over there. The 60 or the 200, it's like it just knows.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it should be fine, even though you're a little bit high. It still should go down to touch. There's a certain distance to where it will eventually stop, but I think it's a pretty sizable distance.
Yeah, I think.
It should be all right.
I think whatever he said, not right.
I thought I had him change that.
Oh, how close you had to be?
Yeah, because man, the 60 used to be bad. I mean, you used to have to get about a quarter of an inch with that thing before it would even work, or it would default. And I said, change that, man. So now he's got it like way too big. But
whatever. As long as we get close, it's enough to me that we can eyeball it, and we're close enough.
Right. Yeah. Even to take some,
not opening the door.
With the door. Yeah, exactly. The door's still closed, so now it's fine. As long as you know how, maybe the height wise, so you get the full diameter of the probe.
Yeah.
For the jewel.
So that's 0.1.
So it's the same thing. You get one side, move it over, get the other side.
Same thing.
Okay.
And then you just set the work.
You got a burr on that end.
Exactly. So you have to go way deeper. So, but yeah, so it'd be the same as what y'all do with especially the 200, but also at the 60.
So that's about it, right?
So
that's all I can remember.
I would say, and when I like I said,
think of something else.
Well, with the curve vise where it is slightly cocked, I was just using this offset.
Right, that's what we do.
And then doing that, and it rotates axis C, so it'll put in a certain value and compensate, so it defaults. Okay, now this is 0. Rather than just putting in a value and it keeps it where it's at. This puts in. That's why we have.
Do you have to choose that rotation C?
Yeah, and that's
when you go into it.
So it's usually defaults to that. It usually defaults this way, and I just keep it that way.
Okay.
But the one thing is before if it's like extremely rotated or something, I'm sure maybe do this with the other. Before you hit this and set it, just have it high, so when it rotates, it doesn't wipe the probe.
Get the probe.
Right. Of course, if it does, it'll stop. But still, you just want it to be able to fully go.
You can tell to hit the probe.
Yeah. So,
that's
but
as long as it's active.
Yeah. Right.
I've noticed the 60. It looks like once it touches the point, it looks like the probe is not active anymore. Yeah. That's not a good thing, right?
I would say this one, it's always on.
Yeah, and so that one, it's always on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you screw up, it'll just
unless you go out into that program.
Yeah.
Unless you got a measuring program.
I would say the good thing with this is even if you're not on this page, even if you're just in jog, the thing's always active.
Yeah.
So whenever you bump into something going,
it'll know.
Positive X, then it's like you can only go the opposite way. It won't let you go up or sideways. It says you have to go back.
Go back the way you came from.
Then you can move. Yeah. So it won't let you crash and then try to lift up in it or something like that.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like, okay, go back. So, but yeah, you don't even have to be in the measuring workpiece page. You can be just a regular jog. Probe's still active. It's still, if you bump something, it won't let you keep going.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's, I guess more so like the 200 than the 60, but still pretty simple.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, like I said, with the tools, the warm-up tool, that's always there for the warm-up program. It just has a set length and all that stuff, just so it can ramp up. I think the warm-up program goes either 10 or 12,000 RPM. I think it's 12,000. The machine can go to 14,000, but it's just like, as long as you just ramp it up to one.
Yeah, as long as it warms up.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So when you get a longer piece in there, you have to use the indicator?
Yeah, if you can't keep it on the rotary table and it has to go out onto the solid table, then yeah, you have to indicate it in.
Okay.
And
that's what's coming up.
Probably a big piece. Yeah.
How far away do we have to be from that?
For the tool changer, we can do that right now.
Like if we have a part that's going to go in there, how far? You can't put it right against the thing, so we gotta.
So we'll put. Let's see.
Like we have to know if it's able to cut that far.
Yeah. The biggest thing.
So when you set up a blank on there, you can't have it all the way up to the tool setter. Yeah, I gotta know what the distance is, so I'll still be able to cut without it alarming down after we did all the work.
And also with
setting up the job.
What I just did there with calling out a different tool, in like say the middle of the program.
Right.
Which most of the time for us it's one tool, one program.
Right.
But if you do have a change, it just goes back in Y. It doesn't move away in X unless you modify that.
Okay.
So it's always the tool changer comes out to that very last rail. So even if you have, say a big part or something, you have a clamp up to here. that's okay, but the tool changer comes out at this point. So you want to leave, you know, pretty much this back rail, you don't want anything.
Okay.
Because the tool changer could come out and hit that. But if you have something from here on, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It won't hit it.
All right.
So that's one thing, like when I first did the first job with those GNRC control
Right,
rods,
right.
those big blocks, you know,
Right.
and had the clamps back there, and it, you know, it was just on this rail, but it just came really close to that tool changer coming out and whacking it. So it's kind of a one of those moments. It's like, okay, I know where it's at. But otherwise, we don't really have, you know, I think it's 70. The warm program goes to the maximum, so I think an X is 70, where it can go as far over here, all the way over there, 70 inches.
Right.
But of course that starts like just past the probe,
right.
The laser. So we probably only have, I think, like 65 inches or so for the length of the plate. And then of course, like you said, if it's that long, if it's just off the rotary table, you're gonna have to indicate the whole thing is straight.
Right, right.
But you can still essentially use a probe and touch off just to make sure it's nice and straight once you indicate it in.
And how do you lock the table again?
For
that rotary table?
Yeah. So yeah, to make sure you don't accidentally rotate it or something. Let's see. Please go to custom, and then I believe it's this. And of course, you'd have to go through, you know, cycle through all the different buttons, but it'll be CX attached. So right now you can rotate it. So if we were to have let's see, something on there, you'd be able to rotate or move this. But with CX, once you detach and dismantle, then I should not be able to rotate. Let's see. Let's see if it'll tell me something. Oh, well, I guess it may be just before you start moving, but with it being dismantled, you can't even accidentally rotate the table. You press the buttons, it'll say, you know, access not available or something like that. But otherwise, it's just in the custom, going through all the different pages, and finding this where it's a swivel, the axis or the C axis, and just having that, so now you can rotate it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's definitely a good thing to do. And when you're writing a program, in Shotmail, you can also tell it, like, let's see, just look at one, when you're making the block and all, whether it's clamped to the entire table or the C-axis. So it'll know, you know, it's not going to have any reason to rotate the table if you're on this. Whereas if you got the C-axis, at least now it knows it can rotate if it needs to. So that's just a matter of so it doesn't accidentally do something. If you have it on C-axis, and you're on the C-axis table, that's great. If you're on the whole table, or if you're only on the C-axis but you say table, that's okay too, because it's not, you know, a big deal. But if you are clamped on the table, you just want to make sure that says table only, so it doesn't have any chance that it could try to rotate something.
Right on.
But if you have it dismantled, it won't even be able to do that anyways, so it should be good.
Okay.
So, yeah, other than that, I mean, yeah, figuring out the different buttons and all, that's, you know, slightly different because there's a few extras from the others, but essentially it's the same layout, just a few extra stuff. And like with this extra menu, those are just more or less conveniences. I mean, it's like turning the light off, you know, at the end of the day or whatever. That's cool, but it's not, you know, a big deal. And the screen, having this go to the menu select or the same, I think under custom. You come here and put custom switch, which after a minute the screen will shut itself off. I think with the others it's like an hour or so, and then they will go blank. This one I just added to a minute, just because like at the end of the day I'll just shut it off, you know, have that go. Because otherwise if you hit E-stop, so all the drives are down and everything, the screen will still stay on. It's not a big deal, you know, it's not like we're penny pinching for keeping saving electricity, but it's just something, a little extra thing for this controller. But yeah, other than that, again, the hand wheel button doesn't have a function. But if you want to use the coolant pistol, it's on this FCT, or I guess faucet, any kind of that. And just having the ability to do that. Trying to think, and yeah, if you're using the pistol, it kind of regulate. You know, if you hold it a little bit, it kind of sprays out wide. If you hold it all the way down, then it's a straight stream. So a little bit more control over how much you're using.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
I mean, because everything else is you know, deep down it's the same as the 200, same as the 60, even
Yeah.
the 50s, and it's just a matter of a few little extra screens.
Anything, you just make sure we know how to set the part up. Get the warm up.
Tell you what, how about let's pull a tool out of the back or something? You know?
You want to change the tool?
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, add a tool in there.
Add a tool or something.
And this is one thing I just recently learned.
There you go. Good.
What if I just want to change the tool out of a 1/2-inch holder or something, you know, and I just want to get to the tool, pull it out?
That's one thing, because I was always thinking, oh, you have to unload it and then load it.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily.
Right.
You can have it to where, because it still has to line up perfectly, so you can pull it down and take it out. But we have here the magazine, and we just go to there, and then you hit position magazine. So say it's, you know, it's looking at the two spot where the probe should go. But we'll position this. Of course, to get to it, it always travels all the way over. So you have to have the rapid on.
Right.
And then it, you know, the red light comes on, so now the door's unlocked. So now we can go over there. You don't have to untake or take it out. Okay,
Hold on.
so but you can come in there. You know,
Okay, so
if it's saying it was just a drill, you can undo it, put a drill in.
Right,
whatever.
right.
But here,
If it was
you
a
can
drill,
take it out.
But now that you say I want to change that tool to a 4-fluid, you know,
Get the delete tool.
No, you don't have to. You can just take it out.
So what do you do? Like this?
Yep, pull straight down. Just kind of jigger it a little bit. And so
With your notches on the left.
Yeah, always having that notch facing
So,
out.
what, do you have a holder for this?
Yeah, that's over. Yeah, we can go over there.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that's all right.
it
I
would
just
be-
wondered if you had one.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you did or not. So I'm going to put this back in there.
All right.
So,
Yeah, always have that notch in.
do I have to pull this down first?
Yes. Yeah. You want to have that
Down.
and then push up to where it kind of locks in. Make sure it's definitely flush. Yeah, and then you can kind of move it. There's
that
a little bit
good?
of play. Yeah, but just enough. Biggest thing is having the bottom face of the holder flush with this plastic.
Okay, and that notch to the left, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much that.
Yep. And then just making sure that locks good snug. So again, so that's in the case where you don't necessarily have to delete the tool. You just position the magazine. So you just hit that, you know, whatever you're at, you just hit position magazine. It'll again go all the way over there to the outside door and then rotate accordingly. But yeah, so you don't necessarily have to do, you know, go unload, and then it would end up kicking it out, you know, putting it down there, and then you would have to reload it. Here, you can just take it out real quick, change it, and throw it back in.
And you can change the name anytime.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Like right in here, that's really just change the name.
Yeah, you just,
Okay.
know, whether you completely delete it or just hit insert and kind of add something to it.
Gotcha.
You know, that's a matter of that. And like with this, I mean, we can use like the backslash, but I don't think you can do like the number symbol, the at symbol. There's certain characters you can
So
use, and you can use space.
A number 1 center drill or a
No,
number 2
yeah,
center drill.
yeah, and that's why like here I put, you know, number 26.
yeah,
So you
okay.
can't use the hashtag to say a number something, but you can type it in. And with this, you can have spaces. Whereas I think it's like a program name, it has to be an underscore. It can't be a space.
Right.
But that again, that's kind of like the other machines.
Okay.
So yeah, and then with these, if you write your own shop mill program, and you don't have an M8 called up for the coolant, and just as long as this is on, it's fine. But if you don't have this on, even if you have an M8 call out, it won't do it. Yeah, so you have to make sure that the tool can have coolant.
Okay.
What I don't like about that, at least on the other machines, when you have this checked, as soon as it makes a tool change, man, it blows coolant all over everything.
And this one, like right now, well, it's not on the screen yet, but this tool, I don't have coolant active because it's just a warm tool. I don't want that, so you know, that's fine that it's not there. But up here, you see there's nothing that says coolant. So I'll call up a tool that does have the coolant active. So yeah, it is. Thinking, with like a shop mill program or even a program we get sent, it will, once it calls it up, it'll fire the coolant on. But in this case, at least when we just call the tool up manually, it says that it's available, but it doesn't quite just fire it up. So, but if you load a program and it has this active, as soon as it starts, then it's going to fire it up. So it's just a matter of what you kind of have. You know, if you're going to use it all the time, or if you don't need the coolant, you can just go in there and deselect it, so it's not a pain. Not just always making a mess. It's like, well, great, now I got to clean it. So, but yeah,
Okay, so say I want to create a shop program.